and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this evening's live, we have a lot of good stuff to talk about here, and including not just the price action, but we're going to go over this, but this will be well after the price action. So two things. One, XRP jumps 20% after mysterious Binance transfers as crypto rally expands the Lagardes. So that was something interesting, but we already know about the mysterious Binance transfers, but we'll go over that. But then the thing that I'm very interested to share as well is Ripple XRP price breaks above the multi-year consolidation. Here's what it means for the crypto space. So we'll go through those at the very end, but to start, we've got some good news for anybody who's been following religiously on the lives. As you know, just a few short days ago, I talked about AMP, how it was about to break out, and we bought it at 498. Well, now today it's up 28.4%. So I'm very happy to see that with AMP, as I disclosed that I had bought 93,000 tokens recently. And it was only up about 13% when I was talking about it, but I felt like it was about to have a nice breakout. So that's good to see it starting to break out. They're up about 28, almost 29% right now. I'm still watching for VeChain to break out. It's up over 5 cents, along with ZIL. So VeChain, ZIL, HBAR, you've got Flare on a very similar style where it appears that it wants to break out. So we've got a lot of excitement. XDC should be getting ready to gear up for the next stage. We can see DGB's up 10.5%. And if you're new, the reason I talk about all these is we own them all. And we've already been up before this rally. Some of them up to 3 or 4x even before this latest push. XRP is starting to catch up a little bit here, as now XRP is well over a one bagger, as we bought it at 34.6 cents. XLM's closing in on a one bagger, as we bought it just over 8 cents. DGB is already over a one bagger from 0.007. So it's a beautiful thing to start watching this as it unfolds. But I think this is a true testament that when most people are steering away, and you're not hearing the public narrative like we did in 21, and you're hearing a lot of news outlets, the likes of Jim Cramer, who told us to get rid of Bitcoin not too long ago, or not to buy crypto. He put a red alert warning, or whatever he calls it. You know, I'm not up to his monotone lingo, but it's the times where you understand your asset, you understand what you're trying to build up, and you understand where you're trying to go. Like, you can't just, the first sign that something's going right. See, now, this is the importance of understanding technical analysis and understanding where to buy. You know, and then all the rest of this is gravy, but doesn't that look like we're setting up a nice bull flag? Beautiful consolidation here as the volume's crashing on the consolidation, which is exactly what you want. Looks like a nice bull flag consolidation, and to me, this pattern is signaling that it wants to come up here. That's just my humble opinion, but we'll get over that. But that's the November of 2021 formation, and it's already called properly the two flash drops down at about 52 cent area. So that's what we started to go by, that our top end resistance would be, and that would be our overextended area over the top of the 77-month consolidation that I hinted at, which is the current formation from all-time highs in January of 2018, when we hit 350 on average, depending on exchange. And then we had a 27-month consolidation to March of 2020. This is, you've all heard this if you've been here before, but for the new viewers, you must hear this every time. So I start out like this. But now we came up for the third on resistance. So I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, especially, that we need to come up that third hit. It doesn't make any sense. So at 48.8 cents, it was a perfect time for anybody who wasn't in. And now we're coming up to that major 77-month resistance line. The first time we tried to break through was at $1.97 and couldn't do it. That was our second hit on it. First hit was when we hit all-time highs. So now the third hit, even if we're bearish, 75 cents is what I was saying. Now, with the current market conditions, if Bitcoin keeps railing, Bitcoin's targeting 73,300 initially, roughly, or 74.2 when you get up to the actual resistance of this rising channel that it's formed above the broadening wedge. But technically, the target, if we break out of the out of the rising channel, is 83,000 and some change. So that's got to be our new emphasis right now if we were to break up. So a lot to be excited about. If you are watching right now, I always say in times like this, when we're starting to explode in the portfolio, if you do appreciate my time, consider sending a YouTube super chat, as I ask one time per month, but consider it on days like today to pay it forward. Or maybe we could get one person to join Tom's Army. So if you appreciate my work, consider joining Tom's Army, and in month 1 you get the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. So just consider that. I do use a lot of my time, exorbitant amount of my time, but it's well worth it in more ways than one. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this live. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I'm going to timestamp this. And if you do hit that live so YouTube recommends this, it'll pop up in more people's YouTube feed because it'll pop up through the algorithm. And then it'll expand into more of an audience base. So with that being said, I will turn on the comments. Wow. There's going to be a lot of comments. I better get my phone out. Please make sure to hit that like button, though. Please, 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 if you respect my work, if you think XRP, and I see 71 likes, I want to know right now. 71 likes I see. We're going to use this as a perfect milestone. Do you think XRP is going to break 75 cents here and run up to 82? Hit that like button if you think XRP is going to break 75 cents here. We've only got 75 likes right now, so I want to see how many of you think XRP is going to break 75 cents. That's truly what I want to know, because that's very important. So let me timestamp this, and thank you all for tuning in. And a special shout out to Tom's Army, the ones who truly helped me fund this program and run it the way I like to, without any paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships, or those kind of things that I don't want to talk about. So good evening, 6:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, March 11th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Although someone pointed out, well, Tom, why does your hat say Florida? Well, it just does. I like Florida. I went there with Julie last year, and makes me impartial. See, there's no message. It's just Florida. So, plus I like the colors. I think it stands out nice in my live. So, XRP right now up 20% on the day. I know a lot of people were getting, a little, I guess the word would be beaten down, or feeling a little beaten down here. But no reason for that at all. XRP is really doing a great job here right now. And it's good to see. So let me get through some of the comments if I can. It ran away from us earlier, but we'll see what happens. Mike, welcome in. I appreciate you tuning in. Devin, good afternoon or good evening, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 1 year with the I Told You So badge. XRP to the moon says Sav. Yes, welcome in. Rob Holkaluk, welcome in. That was weird. Sav, yeah. Is it worth taking profit on XRP at 82 cents? John London, or only you can answer that. I'm not a financial advisor, but you would have to see your portfolio. That's not my objective, 82 cents. I'm not looking to take profit yet. It's too early for me. But I mean, somebody absolutely might think that's a good spot to take profit. So I'm not here to judge. Hamza, Kryptonian, welcome in, and thank you for being in Tom's Army for 1 month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Lee Adams, welcome in, along with Derek Furrow. 73-cent retest should go up here soon, Tom. We'll take a look how it's looking here. We should touch 75 cents. And Bitcoin should be targeting about 73,300. So we should get another volatile burst here. But we'll see. We never know. If we had a retest down, it'd be around 68 cents. I have a strong suspicion YouTube is not showing me the comment. Oh, maybe it shut off. Yes. All right. It shut off on us. All right. That's what I wanted to see. Excellent. Excellent. I wanted to make sure I could see comments. Juan Brittle, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 1 month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Chance Williams, welcome in. Moza here, welcome along with UK Phil. Thanks for being in Tom's Army, along with the XRP Ricky Ripple as well. In Tom's Army for 3 months with the XRP Meteor. Julie Arwine, welcome in, love. Juju Fish. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with that 589 badge. That's my significant other for the new ones. So be very nice to her. Well, she doesn't need me defending her. She'll snap. No, I'm kidding. Oh, Elias, welcome in. Driving all day and missed this pump. Well, now you're watching it, so it's a good thing to see. Crypto Gambino. Mark Caston and Chance Williams, welcome in. Let's see. Mr. Bosangles, welcome in and thank you for being in Tom's Army. And he said next month he's not paying through Cash App because he wants his name green, damn it. And I can understand that. I applaud that. But thank you so much for being in Tom's Army. Jacob Brent, welcome in. Welcome in the fellow soldiers. Sean Crothers, welcome in. And my main man from Maine. Yes, Sean, I'm very happy with AMP, as I don't often put out a buy alert in the midst of a rally, but I seen AMP was very undervalued, and now it's up some 35-40% almost from when we talked about it. Today's nice to see it busted out 28 to 30% now. But thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. Indigenous, welcome in. And thanks for being in Tom's Army for 3 months with the XRP Meteor. Matt Holden. And I thought I seen somebody else with the predictor. I guess it's just Matt Holden with the predictor. Matt Holden, welcome in. And yes, hit that like button. Don't let Matt down. He's got the XRP predictor, so he's predicting we need more likes, and I agree. Tom, a possible play to 75 on X replacing us back into the top of previous rising channel. Possibly. We'll talk about this. I promise you, we'll get into this, Lee. Great question. Bun B3, welcome in. CJ2 Pilot, thank you for being in Tom's Army for 3 months. I think I already said that, but I appreciate you with the XRP Meteor. Donald, Extreme Ripple Pride, Mario Louise, David, welcome in. Catholic Faith Channel, amen. Welcome in. And don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen to that. Nobody, welcome in. Mike is Angela Dean and John London, welcome in, and thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the 589 badge. So I think that's about that one guy, welcome in. Stanley, welcome in. Thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the 589 badge. JW, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over a year with the I Told You So badge. So I'm going to try to just look at this in real time. If I miss your comments, I greatly apologize, but obviously you can understand. You're welcome, Crypto Gambino. You're welcome. Harvey Boy, thank you for being in Tom's Army for 1 month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. If XRP hits all-time highs, I'll join Tom's Army. Things are tight at the moment. Hey, no, that's certainly understandable. Tom's Army's here, if it's possible. It's not going to be possible for everybody, but, I didn't even get to say it yet. But as Michael just proved, he just sent a $10 donation here during the live. I greatly appreciate that. I haven't even talked about donations, but I always ask. Oh, I guess I did once. I did. So thank you for sending that donation, but he paid it forward. So see, no reason to feel like, I got to do this now. Just hitting that like button, friend, and allowing YouTube to recommend this video is more than I could ever ask. Like that to me is that's my saving grace. That's how we get more people in here. That's how we continue to have an active discussion. But that's also how we can have more eyes on the prize here. A lot of the people here have allowed me to grow legs. I'm like a spider now. We're not just with XRP, but with a lot of stuff like AMP. 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to talk about that when I first came on because I had no idea what it was. But by a lot of perseverance by some members in the audience early on, I refused to buy it when it was in the middle of that huge pump 2 years ago, and I said I'd buy it when it was proper. But now, because I've been watching it, we're able to branch out. It's not unlike some of the, because we own 13 assets outside of XRP, believe it or not. And that's not counting commodities. So we're very well diversified. But I'm proud to say our $7,300 portfolio we started with in this bear market is up over 19,000 at press time. So we're doing a very good job, but it's just the beginning. We haven't done anything in regards of where we're at now compared to past highs. Infamous says, you are amazing. I greatly appreciate Infamous, and thank you for being in Tom's Army. It's on his other account, but he is in Tom's Army, so I always want to make sure to appreciate you for that. XRP Ricky Ripple, thank you, and yes, I will keep it going, but thank you for keeping it going and being in Tom's Army for 3 months with the XRP Meteor. So right now, this is not the first target. So let me just do this in order. James Montgomery, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 3 months with the XRP. No, 5 months with the XRP Predictor. I greatly appreciate your continued support in Tom's Army. But this looks like a bull flag that's starting to form. Not unlike what we've seen with Bitcoin initially yesterday after the first run up. But I want to show this first target that we're gonna run into. We're gonna run in right here. This is the all-time formation after we hit all-time highs through the consolidation, and we've circled for a very long time. It only looks like that because I did that in the weekly, but we circled for a very long time that we needed to hit a third hit in that on that. That's such a big circle. Let me make that smaller. But we've talked about this third hit at 75 cents for ages. For anybody who's in here, we didn't know where it was going to hit, but we've speculated and we said even if we're bearish, we need to hit this downtrending resistance a third time. But in the current economic environment and with what Bitcoin's doing, if we break past this, now we've got one overextension area. So remember, this is what we're coming up to right now. Volume looks fantastic in the daily. Just fantastic in the daily. Look at that increase. That's what I like to see. In the 3-hourly, 2-hourly, it's breaking down just a tiny bit. And that's what we want when it's consolidating. There's no pressure to bring it down. So this might not even be a very active consolidation. We'll see, though. But we need to break that very key area right now at 75 cents. And then I firmly believe it's been tailor-made to us that this pattern has held several support drops. Even when it came through here, this pattern told us we're in the November of 2021 rotation now. After we started breaking out, hit 62, and then we came down. And then we hit 67 or 66.9 and came down. This was telling us the formation that we're actually in grand. You know, if we were to break out that we have to, it's not just a dead set run if we break out of 75 cents. We're still going to have to break out over 82 now. That's our big step, 81.6 cents. You get over that, that's when we know we're really doing something special. Yes, we have to break the 77-month consolidation, but this would signal the confirmation and the rally up. And then you got one major resistance at 94 cents and some change, the swing high that we had in July of last year. So we're starting to push through these resistance very quickly. Very quickly. And if you're trying to trade XRP, or you're trading spot and you're like, I want to do leverage, or I want an exchange that's actually up, as we witnessed firsthand in our live earlier. Uphold, I was trying to get on and I couldn't get on. And BITUNIX was working just fine. So I've been pushing a lot more since last July after the 94% run up. We noticed a lot of the exchanges went down. BITUNIX was up. So I'm sick of just dealing with that, you know, being at the mercy of the exchange. So BITUNIX in the pinned comments below. And for the ones in the UK and or overseas, like in Australia, there's MEXC on there. Take advantage of that, as they don't have any spot fees right now. And you can also do leverage trading, but that's not available in the USA. So take advantage of it overseas. But BITUNIX in the USA, they have a trading license since 2022. Canada since 24. They have the lowest spot fees and future trading fees in the USA. And most importantly, not only are they up during high times of volatility like today and don't go down, you don't need to use a VPN to trade, which you shouldn't have to feel like a criminal if you're trading cryptocurrency. So if the exchange is making you do that, don't use them. That's just me. So I've got about $1,800 that I trade with now on BITUNIX for any possible opportunity that's come up. And some of you know from the live earlier, I added with VeChain because I'm anticipating about a 20% move here. So whether swim, sink, or indifferent, I'm in a spot trade with that money. And it's up a little bit, a couple percent right now. But I'm looking for it to have a breakout. So that's why I keep cash on hand. But I can't have the exchange going down on me when I'm trying to do this. So make sure you look in the pinned comments below. Join me on BITUNIX. You can leverage trade or spot trade. Highly encourage you to spot trade. But, you know, some of us have that gambling mindset. But be somewhere where it's not going to shut down on you. But that's all I'm going to talk about that. I don't really like talking about that, but I do like to fit it in a strategic moment, as Julie says. As long as it's at a strategic moment. Already? I swear my son likes to go to sleep when I am doing my live. He wanted to go out for a car ride, and then we went. Well, Julie took him to the park. His dinner was finishing. And now he passed out. What a good little man. So that's what we're looking at here. So we're watching up until it's not even the close at 7, which is crazy because the hours went, my clocks went forward an hour. So as of yesterday, this would have been 5:40. No, as of Saturday going into yesterday morning, it would have been 5:42 right now. Now it's 6:42, which means the close isn't until 8 again. So we're back on the right track. So now the time's back where everybody's used to it, which is where we like it best here because it stays light out later. Because before it was getting dark out at like 6 o'clock. It was crazy. So, but this is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in because I think it's a blessing to have us all together. You know, I really do. This is not something you typically get. Financial advisor put me to sleep. Yeah, I bet he did. Bet he did. Year over year right now, our portfolio is up from 7,300 to over 19,000 right now. So, I mean, if we're wrong, everybody calls us crazy for what we're doing. If we're wrong for doing this every single day and putting so much into it, I don't want to be right. I mean, we're still in a bear market in our altcoins and we're up 12 grand. I mean, that's something to say right there. My portfolio is higher than it was in 2021 right now. Oh, yeah, Zill's looking real good right now. Zill, VeChain, Zill and VeChain right now, I'm looking at these very closely. Look, VeChain's starting to signal that it's starting to break out. It's got a technical move up here. First level is going to be 561, but it's technically can come up to 5.9. So and I think it's going to retest the top of this rising channel, and it's in a very similar pattern. You put that big wick down, it's expanding out, and some of them have jumped out from here. VeChain and Zill have not yet, but look how similar their pattern looks. It's almost identical. Identical. I thought, who knows which one will run farther, but they almost look identical. Look how they're breaking out at the same time. So, we're very highly invested. Well, not highly, but 22,222 tokens in Zill at 1.5 cents. 22,222 tokens at VeChain at 1.6 cents. And then today, about 2.2% ago, roughly, I bought $1,800 worth to try to front run this swing right here. Since BITUNIX, it's pennies on the dollar, so I don't have to worry about the high fees. And because I'm not doing a KYC, you know, this is between me and myself and me. Unless I send it back to my exchanges I do my taxes on, this is how I gamble, and it's not linked to anything. So, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I didn't say that. So, that's why we don't like to do KYC. HBAR is another one, up 3.92% at 13.05 cents. This one's on the verge of a breakout as well. Very similar. Very similar. Yes, you have, Devin. Devin has been with me since the very beginning. You might be the first mod I ever made. Honestly. It was right there. You might be the first mod I ever made. So HBAR is getting ready to try to break out of this, and we are ready. HBAR is ready. And I have an incredible long right now. It's a 100X. Yeah, I know I sound like a genius. It was a $16 trade. I'm not kidding. It's one that I'm keeping open to see if I can make this pay off in some crazy way. But I had a gut feeling, but I don't like the leverage trade. It influences my decisions. But I have this trade open. It was a $15.69 trade at 100X, which the odds of it staying open were slim. But right now I opened it at 12.55 cents. It's up 387% or $69. But I want to update everybody to see if it gets closed out or if this rally continues and I can hit into a 20% pump here. And then that turns into some remarkable rally. So we'll see what happens there. But we might have to dodge a, you know, everybody thinks we're going to have to dodge a retracement, but like I said, Bitcoin hasn't reached that technical move yet. Bitcoin, we're still looking at 73,860. Wow, it's higher than I was thinking. 73,860 off the initial breakout. But is it really going to stop there? Like I always say, sometimes the technical targets, you have to line it up with the patterns. If the technical target's 73,860, but the rising channel resistance is up here at 74,000. Again, there's that 666. What is it with the 666s? Remember XRP had to break 66.6 cents and then it did finally. Look at Bitcoin, 74,666 is that rising channel resistance in this area. Actually, that's back a little far, but whatever. You guys get the picture. So that's what we're looking at up there. So I think we're probably getting prepared here for a move out to around 75,000. If you break up out of here, In the back end where we did it, it's like 83,000. But if you push it out over here, because we'll just try to front run this. Look at how far this projection is if you break that rising channel. I mean, 85,000. If this breaks to the top side and they really are pushing this into the halving, we've got a whole month here still. We've got almost 3 whole weeks here left in this month. 20 days left still. This could be crazy. This could be crazy. So, people should be content what they got. My case, I had to see my portfolio balloon. Last cycle, 80% of my XRP was in a Roth IRA. My average is 27 cents. Now my time is getting closer. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and in the Roth IRA, you really don't have much choice there. So you've got that there for a reason, for retirement. So it's a little painful sometimes to watch it go up and down, but at least you understand the end game. There's nothing worse than not understanding the end game, in my opinion. Just real quick. I wanted to, now I wanted to take a quick look because, as you know, we bought this just a few short days ago. Our AMP, and it's up 34% now, up to 00702. Just out of curiosity, is there anybody in here who bought this with me? I know it was a spur of the moment, and I came on in the live this, I think 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm like, I bought AMP. It's about to have a big breakout, and I was transparent. I bought it March 5th, roughly, when it had this dip. And I said at 4.7 or 4.6, I'm like, I couldn't resist it. I bought it, and I'm rolling with it, 93,000 tokens. And I said it's very close to a breakout. And I was saying it was coming out to a 20 to 30% quick hit. But the first big potential here, if it runs outright, is up to about 1.1 cent. But what intrigues me about AMP is I watched this for many years when everybody wanted me to buy, hence that descending structure that I had built. But I even mistimed that. Like, it ended up not even playing. Well, it switched it on me, but that's what it was supposed to be like. But now it had a long consolidation, and everybody wanted me to buy it back in 21 when it was way up here at like 13 cents, 11 cents, whatever it was. And then back here, I said, I'll buy it when it's under a penny. And I missed out on the prices I even wanted. But I decided to wait until it was about to finish this cup. And then I was trying to buy it on the handle, which for once, you know, you can't always time it perfectly, but we timed that handle perfectly. And now it's seemingly breaking out of this. If it breaks out of this, that was the initial stage, obviously. It can come up here, and the next step's going to be when it gets up here to 883. So, who bought it? You check out Flare Yet Bifrost Wallet Delegating. I have Flare on Uphold because I get my 4.5% each month, and I don't have to do anything through the airdrops. But yeah, I definitely have Flare. I have not checked out that exchange, though. I really need to, though. I always freaking forget, though. I wish somebody would send it to my email at strutregali@gmail.com and just type that. Just because I'm trying to find as many exchanges as possible for us in the USA, and I have no problem sharing it with the audience if it works, you know, if it's something that I trust. It took me 7 months of researching BITUNIX before I would even share it, as some of you know. But Flare is another one that I think is getting ready. Flare is just over 409. I'm very happy. We bought Flare at 0.007. So it's been a little nice road here. Nice bull flag here, too. I mean, it's so obvious. And the technical target here for Flare is about 494 off of this first break. I have to start delegating my Flare. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know what... I've heard people talking about that, but I have not dove into that yet. The delegating my Flare. I do not Codizer. I apologize. So let's get back to XRP, though. As you guys know, I try to bounce around so that we can get as good of idea of the market. We already looked at Bitcoin. We know where Bitcoin's going. God, I love that number 222. Thank you all so much for tuning into this live. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. We got a special group here. The XRP market cap, we're at an important level right now as well. As we're starting to push up, we need to just hold 38.9 as that's a pivot level. But we're starting to push up here. And 42.53 billion is going to be that big resistance. Jason says I bought with you. Excellent. JW bought 25 for shits and giveaway. Wishes he would have bought more. Well, at least you bought some. A little bit of money's better than no money. Hi, Tom. Nice day, isn't it? Hi from Holland. Yes, it is, Armand. And thank you so much for tuning in. Rob says it's very simple. YouTube it. I put it off for too long. Yep. I mean, that depends, though, unless you're actually going on YouTube and you're following somebody religiously. Like when I come on YouTube, there's certain people that I come on YouTube, not just the YouTube. I watch Peter Schiff because this is where I can find a podcast of his. You know, I watch Mike Maloney because this is where he puts out his data and his statistics and all that good stuff. I watch Jordan Peterson on here because you can actually hear him talk and not have to pay any money at some other, you know how it goes. So, fitness, all I can tell you is pay. If you're just tuning in, watch the analysis. If you watch for any length of time and just watch, you'll know that we're trying to see if we can push through 75 cents. So are we going up? I don't know. I won't know that until I know how we react to this area. It looks like we put in a very nice bull flag here. So in my estimation, this should crack this at some point. Is there a wider consolidation? We don't know. Is it going to come back to 68 cents? Nobody knows that. So if it does, I believe it's going to break this at some point, 75 cents, because I firmly believe our pattern right now, it's going to break that 77-month consolidation, put us into this extension zone, the pattern that formed in November of 21. And I think this has already telegraphed it to us when it twice predicted this move down with these big wicks, right? It did it at 48, and then it did it again over here, which was the most impressive part of it. When it had already started up running, it predicted this back over here too at 52.8. So I think we need to put a lot of stock into this. And honestly, I think it's telling us 81.5 cents is where we're probably going here. No, Sean. Amp's one of those which I like, and you'll like it too. Amp's one of those that can run several 100% at a time, have a quick cool off, and then do it all over again. And rinse and repeat. It's not like XRP where it takes time, and that thing, once it goes, holy smokes. I've got a lot of history with that one. I just never bought it until now. I like to watch the chart so that I can predict those explosive moments. So that's what we're looking at for XRP. So it's very hard to just say, oh, it's not going to consolidate or it's going to consolidate. So I want to take this time real quick to start reading some of this stuff because I think this is important. I think this is a good time too if you want to relax with me, that you do so. So I don't smoke cigarettes. So if you ever see me smoking something, for the new ones, I broke my back a very long time ago in a bad car accident. It wasn't my fault, but nonetheless. So I discovered this. I wish it would have been sooner than I was 23 when I discovered it. Too young for my car accident because it ruined everything, but made me who I am today. So it didn't technically ruin a damn thing, right? It made me stronger. So Ripple XRP price breaks above the multi-year consolidation. Here's what it means for the crypto space. The only thing it ruined, though, is I was going to be a professional bowler. That's the one thing nobody ever hears me talk about. I got accepted to bowl in the Pro-Am tournament with an exemption in Ohio, and they paid the whole thing. And I was sponsored by Ebonite at the time in Columbia 300. And I was the number one ranked bowler in my age group when I lied about my age. You're supposed to be 18 to bowl in the Mid-State Masters. I was only 17. Kind of lied about the year. And I ended up in my very first tournament, I came in third place. And that whole year I was number one in the points leadership until my dad wouldn't let me miss school. Because I was still in, 11th or 12th grade. He wouldn't let me miss school. So I dropped out of the rankings because if you missed the tournament, you were automatically exempt from being in the long story. But anyhow, it got me recognized. And it just so happened 2 months after my car accident happened was when I was supposed to go take the advancement. So you never know how the road's going to go. And that was 17 years ago. So I'm kind of glad it went this way. Honestly, I like the road I'm on now. The road less traveled. So Ripple XRP price breaks above the multi-year consolidation. Here's what it means for the crypto space. And right now we have 185 likes, 225 people watching. If you haven't hit that like button, I'm going to ask a simple question. Do you think XRP is going to break 75 cents? If you think so, hit that like button if you haven't done so already so I can see if it changes or not. I want to see those 40 possibilities here that it could change upward. The XRP price has maintained a steep ascending trend ever since the token rebounded from the March 2020 lows. The price further went up by more than 1,000% and also encountered a drastic bear market, losing over 80% of its gains. Regardless of the bullish or bearish trend prevailing within the market, the XRP price held the lower ascending trend line, which has been acting as a strong support since then. Now that the price has soared beyond its bearish reach, the token is believed to mark a dollar milestone any time from now. Yep, that's why I don't bowl anymore. Truth be told, somebody said in the comments, that two-handed bowling BS. When I used to bowl, to put it in perspective, that was illegal. You couldn't bowl like that. It was illegal. That was frowned upon in the bowling because they knew that that's the essential of using steroids to gain muscle, is using two hands to throw the ball and rotate it and to have the revolutions like that. Do you know how hard it is to have true revolution like that and snap your wrist? Do you know the damage you do to your wrist, the sacrifice you make, and then you got some douche bowling with two hands, no offense if you have. But that just ruined the whole sport. That's no different than steroids ruining bodybuilding. Or going to the gym and seeing some guy 10 times bigger, a woman these days as well, but they're on roids. That's the exact correlation I'd make with two-handed bowling. That's the steroids. Or if you're a gamer, that's your hackers of bowling. So the XRP price jumps by over 20% in just a few hours, aiming to reach levels above 80 cents, which may occur any time from now. With this, the optimism around XRP has surged as the token lands up as one of the top performers compared to the last several days, largely driven by meme coins. After remaining behind the crypto market trends for a long time, the XRP price has finally triggered a bullish trend. Now the question arises whether the XRP army is late for the party or whether the market participants have just shifted their focus over the top altcoin like XRP. The XRP price has been trying hard to break above the upper resistance channel. Multiple times in the latest bullish momentum has accomplished the task. Besides this, the price has formed a double bottom pattern within a decisive symmetrical triangle. This suggests the price is about to trigger a massive upswing, which could lift levels beyond the 2021 highs at around $1.98. Now, the interesting part about that is if we break out from the 77-month consolidation at 75 cents and hold it, and then to me, you break out and push past 82 cents to signal it on that November of 2021 resistance, that technical breakout, if you get above that 77-month consolidation, is a retest of the 2021 resistance at $1.97, $1.98. That's how crazy this can be here. And if Bitcoin keeps doing this in symmetry, I'm telling you, XRP has a history of running in segments very quickly, and it catches up very quickly. You're not hearing as much chatter in the comments now about XRP being trash when it ran 20% in like 7 minutes. Because that's what it does. That's what XRP likes to do. I literally walked out from the gym earlier after recording that short when I was talking about the 8% imminent move, because I knew it was going to get above there, but we just needed to get there so we could continue on to 75. And by the time I left the gym, XRP was at about 62.8 cents, 63 cents. By the time I got home, it was at 69 cents. I'm like, what the hell? It's a 0.8 mile walk, to put it in perspective. So in 0.8 miles, XRP went up 6 cents. When I got home, I'm like, wait a minute, what? How do I have that much in my portfolio? What the hell went up? And I seen XRP and XLM. I'm like, oh boy, it's going to be a big day. I knew it was going to happen, but man, it always makes you smile when it does. The weekly RSI is in our favor. It was in favor of bulls, and hence the XRP price is believed to maintain a healthy upswing and achieve the interim resistance at 77 cents. Michael Hinojos, thank you for your analysis. And that $5 donation from you, he said, thank you for my analysis. Although Michael does give great analysis, I imagine. But thank you for that $5 donation, Michael. And that is his first YouTube super chat during my live. What a generous guy that Michael is. Not to be confused with Michael Scott, because he might not have known he had to send real money. He might have sent like I don't know. But so anyhow, the weekly RSI is in the favor of bulls, and hence the XRP price is believed to maintain a healthy upswing and achieve the interim resistance at 77 cents, which could pave the way for the price to rise above 80 cents. Before marking new highs above 85 cents, the price may remain consolidated for a while, which may be followed by a bullish breakout beyond $1. This may validate a rise above the bearish draws and help the price to rise close to its previous all-time highs, with the bull market strengthening every day. Very, very good news there. That's something I like to see. And then, hey, Timothy Harris, thank you so much for the $4.99 donation. He says, try again. Try again indeed. Thank you so much for your 10th. You heard that right here, folks. His 10th super chat during my lives. Wow. What a guy you are, friend. What a friend. So this is another thing I just want to touch base on real quick. As we've been talking about the mysterious Binance transfers, which can only mean one thing, that a big price increase was coming. So let's talk about this. XRP jumps 20% after mysterious Binance transfers as crypto rally expands the laggards. The action could be a sign of traders rotating some of their capital to tokens that haven't moved yet. Ripple XRP, the native cryptocurrency of the XRP Ledger payment network developed by Ripple Labs, advanced over 20% Monday, snapping its downtrend versus Bitcoin as the crypto rally broadened. CoinDesk data showed that XRP sharply jumped to 74 cents in a little more than an hour, Monday afternoon UTC time, notching its highest price since a very short-lived spike last November amid speculation about a potential BlackRock management XRP ETF. Today's 20% gain made XRP the best-performing asset in the broad market CoinDesk 20 index, CD20, which was higher by 5%. While Bitcoin had already broken record highs, and some corners of the crypto space, such as meme coins and artificial intelligent AI tokens, experienced exorbitant gains, XRP had so far been notably absent from the action. When measured against Bitcoin, XRP prior to today's move had slid to a 3-year low. TradingView data shows, even with this afternoon's big jump, XRP is now only up 17% year to date, substantially underperforming Bitcoin 64% advance in the broad market CoinDesk 20 index 54% gains. XRP rally could be a sign of traders turning their attention and rotating some of their capital to tokens that haven't moved yet as the rally on digital asset markets broadens. Other older cryptocurrencies such as Litecoin and Dash, which too had been laggards over the past months, also surged over the past 24 hours, gaining 18 and 9% respectively. Avalanche, Polkadot, and Cardano advanced 8 to 13% on the day as well. While there wasn't any apparent catalyst immediately before XRP's price action, I mean, are we sure about that? Bitcoin did go over 72K. That's a nice catalyst. Large token movements from crypto exchange Binance sparked speculation among crypto observers. Blockchain data tracker Whale Alert noted a transfer of 300 million XRP worth some 187 million at the time, leaving Binance's address and deposited into unknown wallets. The transaction could perhaps indicate Whale's large crypto investors accumulating XRP before the move up, but may also be due to the exchange shifting coins to new addresses as part of the internal wallet maintenance. So that's some of the reading that I wanted to get through today, so I'm glad we got through that in a prompt time. Breakout for HBAR, yes. That is one of the 4 we are watching as we speak. We're watching for a VeChain breakout, ZIL breakout, HBAR breakout, and for the hell of it, also Shiba, for anybody who's a fan of Shiba. Shiba came down for a beautiful consolidation here. The only problem is that Shiba was so overdone that Shiba might have put in a sneaky bear flag, which would be crazy because of how the market movement is. So maybe the market movement saves it and it breaks up. But traditional sense, that's a trap. That's a exhaustion trap candle. And typically, I would have expected this to come down to like 2.5, but because of the broader movement, that's not a sure thing that it's going to come down like that. VeChain starting to move just a tiny bit right now. Is at 498 just a second ago. It's up to 5026. But as far as HBAR, yes, I anticipate a big move here from HBAR. It's got to get out of the top of this rising channel, but as we know, we've just built out and broke out of a bullish handle. And now we're still pushing on this 14.9 cent move. But I'm expecting a much bigger move from this even. I think in time it's going to come up here and retest this 20 cent area. I think that's ultimately what we're trying to do. But there is one more layer in between, so don't be like, oh my God, that's it. No, no, no. Unfortunately, it's not. But that's our next big area. But you got to get past 14.9. Then you got some room at 17. But anyhow, yeah, I think we're working on a very big move here. And then we can actually refine this. 14.9, not even relevant anymore. I know it's a major pivot point from before, but all we have to do is measure. I like to do it from here. We're going to measure this, and it might very well, be relevant, but the technical target right now on a breakup is, okay, never mind. It's just as relevant as ever. Wow, look at that. The technical target right now is actually where that pivot point was. Just a little bit higher, so 15 cents. Okay, it was telling us the truth. We detect no lies here from that pivot point, but then again, it was right on the cup, the higher cup, so. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at here with HBAR, just so you know. So I'm glad that we could keep it in line here, but it just makes me smile to look at all of our stuff running like this. And we weren't afraid to delegate into different things or, expand our portfolio. XDC is one that's getting ready again. I know I expanded my bag. I had 27,000. I bought at 2.8 cents. I ended up buying 13,000 more when XDC came down some 40% after a run up, and it was at 3.96 cents. I told everybody it was a great spot to buy, and it's had a nice move so far. We have formed this part of the pattern. I updated it for everybody, but we're still working on a very big breakout attempt here. It's going to go in layers. But the next layer is 5.9 cents once we break out of here. And then ultimately, if we can get past all of this, we do have a technical move of 8.2 cents breaking out of this very wide descending formation, which one could argue is a gigantic bull flag. So there's a lot of room to run here, folks. A lot of room. A lot of room. Dare I say XDC could have one of those days like we're seeing right now with AMP, as AMP right now is up 35% roughly right now. I'm waiting to see that with XDC one of these days. XLM at 15.9 cents. XLM's working its way up. If it can hold 15.9, it's going to finish off this rally to its technical move up in here at about 17.3 cents to retest the overall structure. It's been a fantastic move for XLM here, though, in the past several days and weeks. So it's nice to see this. It's so nice to see this as it's playing out, and you can actually sit back and relax. Thank you, everybody, for the likes, as we're at 232 and 219 watching. What, Julie? For what? No, you can open it. Open it so you can see out the window, Julie. Oh, you can? Oh. Do you have enough light? Yeah. Okay, love. DGB's up 10.5%, up to 0.16. Still waiting for it to finish this first area at 183. That's the top of a very wide cup that we talked about. And if it finishes that and does this, I mean, we've got a very big move coming if it does. And yeah, we do have a first layer somewhere in here at 2.1. But you're talking about eventually. We could be seeing 2.7. And the crazy thing is we bought 77,700 tokens for anybody who bought when we did. We bought those tokens. And it's crazy, but we bought them at a very good time. We bought them at 0.007 on this bear market. So that's cooking. And once it starts to really cook, oh man, this is what I pine for when we start moving up. The first levels, it doesn't feel like much, but as you keep moving, those small buy zones that you bought into, every time it gets higher, a 50% move for some people could be a 2-3x for you. And then all of a sudden, a 50% moves to 6x. Once we get into those areas, imagine a move when DGB, somebody owns at 5 cents and it goes to 10 cents and they're happy because they're up 100%. That was me back in 21. And I sold out at 15 cents. Imagine instead of 100%, now a 5 cent move is, let's see, 700% plus. For somebody else's 100% move, you're making 7 times that move. And then it gets even better, 10 to 20, then it's 14 times while they're making 1x. And then people still think it's cheap. Do I think DGB will hit 1 cent or $1? That's the age-old question, friend. That is the age-old question. Now, when we look at DGB, just so everybody can see, DGB's circulating supply. Because we have to know the information before we can make a honest decision. Hold on. Digibyte. Total. Sometimes Digibyte's harder in Google because it's not as well known. Yes, I understand, but they should still understand. But think about it. If XRP, right, has 94 billion or 99.4 billion total circulating supply and currently has 54 billion, DGB's max supply right now is 16.88 billion. Or the current supply is 16.8. That doesn't seem right. The total supply is higher. But 16.88 billion right now. Okay, 21 billion. That sounds right. But I know it's almost 5 times less than how many the total supply is for XRP. So 16.88 billion tokens in supply with a max of 21 billion. And then the all-time high was 33 cents for Digibyte. So if Digibyte ever got up to 33 cents again, you're talking you made 20-something thousand on $500 at 0.007. So, you know, we might not be seeing these extraordinary gains yet, but they're coming. At some point, we're going to be sitting here and I'm going to say, I can't believe this. That $7,300 portfolio is up over 6 figures now. I guarantee it. That's going to happen. Even right now, it's up over 19 grand. And we haven't even done nothing yet. Nothing. I know it's crazy, but we've done nothing. I used to talk about this stuff back in 21 when we sold out. And I said, if we have the patience one day, and when I used to show these targets, everybody would laugh. You know, because it just seems so unreasonable that everything's just going to drop 90 to 99%. We're just going to be able to buy everything that cheap and just know it. Well, you know what? By the grace of God, we do know it, and we're in all these positions for dirt cheap. We were in these positions well before not just this rally, the last rally, the rally before that. We've been in these positions for almost a year on most of them now. Some of them we just bought a few months ago. AMP I just added to a few days ago. And it was because I seen an explosion coming. Yeah, that's at 33 cents, but on my exchange, it only hit 18 cents as well. So I'm not sure what that 33 cents was. That's Google for you. So I've always based it on if it hits 18 cents. So, you know, $1,800 per 10,000 tokens. That's some nice pocket change on $500. So it's like I always say, it's not about buying in the midst of a bull market and becoming a millionaire or just exceedingly expanding your wealth. It's about understanding a bear market, when to buy, making sure you have the funds available, and capitalizing when everybody thinks it's a shit. Because when I was buying, everybody told me I was stupid. Except our beautiful audience that was buying with me. But we got a lot of hecklers. Everybody told me Bitcoin was going under 10,000. And I told everybody, Bitcoin, when it went up and it bottomed out again at 26,500, I had a warning. And I said, this is it. We bottomed out here. You can buy all of your favorite cryptos because Jerome Powell came out and said that they were doing quantitative easing instead of quantitative tightening. And you knew it was over. And then right after that, not too long, they said the government was exempt from paying taxes on crypto trades, stock trades, commodity trades, government bond holdings. So once they did that, it's like, well, I wonder where they're going to pump the markets. If they don't got to pay crypto taxes, it's the easiest sector, being unregulated, for them to dump. Well, I'm not going to say much more, but for them to dump in their Tether holdings, since it's printed out of thin air like our US dollars, and do what they got to do. So yeah. You bought a shit ton of DGB at 0.008 because of you, Tom. I did the little extra research and found them. I know DGB is the most undervalued one in my entire portfolio. Straight up. That's a people's token, too. But that thing's in the Internet of Things. And if you understand the Internet of Things and what it means for smart housing, smart tokens, smart living, everybody talks about the AI tokens. Well, they keep missing the smart token sector. VeChain, IOTA, Digibyte, Theta, Filecoin. But for me, my main thing was VeChain, DGB. I want these ones that are at a level that most people don't even know of. XRP Ricky Ripple, thank you so much for the $20 donation, as well as being in Tom's Army for over 5 months with the XP Meteor. I think that was, no, 3 months with the XRP Meteor. Thank you so much for that dedication. But yeah, Devin, DGB I've been in love with for a very long time. When I had to sell it at 15 cents because the rally was over, I was very disappointed, but I knew I could get it under 1 cent if I was just diligent. Merely stick around for a while. That question will be answered, but hold or sell, not looking to sell anything. And the ironic thing is we have 222 people watching, and that's a sign of the angels, that number. And I've always believed that. And the fact that it stayed on there, it's just tells you we're being watched right now. I can hear the birds in the background. Can you, Julie? You hear the birds outside chirping? Telling you guys. There's something different here. So I always say, don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We're all together for a reason. This didn't happen by accident. Hey! Oh my goodness! Jay Mathers. He just made me the happiest person in the world today. And I always say that. If one person during my live joins Tom's Army, I'll be the happiest person in the world. Or you re-up in Tom's Army is the same thing. Your emoji badge, even if you're gone for 7 months, it'll continue where you left off. That was something that I put in there for mine. You don't have to. You can force somebody to start over. But I don't see that's fair. A streak's a streak. But Jay Mathers, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. That month 1 emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. That is awesome. That's my face superimposed there. I greatly appreciate that. This year came in at 222. Excellent. Excellent. And can anybody tell me, when I started my live, I was 3 away from 20,800 subscribers. Would you be so kind to tell me if we hit 20,800? Could we find 3 subscribers on this live as we're getting towards the end? I know it's crazy, but it's already been 57 minutes. Oh, you're welcome, Jay Mathers. I appreciate that, seriously. No, I'm not in the moment to sell, Amarilli. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. This is not my sell zones. How do I feel about DEX as an exit strategy? I don't have an educated response to that right now. I'm not opposed, but I'm also not the expert on the topic. How do you feel about, or do you keep a cold storage ledger? Okay, so for my XRP, I like to have exposure on the ledger for what's coming with the AMM and the rumor of what is supposed to happen as far as us being able to get paid for our crypto, basically with XRP off of the ledger. So I put it on to, well, most of you know it as Zoom, but the name's been changed. But what was formerly known as Zoom is where I store mine, personally. So that's where I put mine, and it's for perks. And I like Uphold. I have a lot of my stuff on there as well, but I'm falling in love with BITUNIX now with my new purchases to stay away from fees and, you know, the high fees and be able to just have reliability. But I like the ledger to store my XRP, absolutely. So Zanin is what it's called now, or whatever the heck you want to call it. But that's what I use. Anthony Capital, or Capitini, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. Unbelievably awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Unbelievable. He's got that emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Kryptonian says he's got Zaman Ledger. Buy for us. Yep. Yes, indeed. Stanley says, same here. Zoom, Zaman has been good to me. Me too, friend. It's been very good to me. And thank you, Stanley, for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP Moon 589 badge. That's 58.9 cents, FYI. Anthony Capitini, thank you for the $10 donation. Wow. believe that's at his first YouTube super chat, and he's in Tom's Army for month 1 as well with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Oh, 5th super chat on live. Shame on me for saying first. And he says, wrecked. Wrecked. Yes, indeed. So, but that's, do you see a pullback to any support before moving up? Okay, that's an excellent question. Who said that? Dylan, excellent question. Excellent question. If we're going to have a pullback, I think the most logical area to have this pullback, let me get to the proper chart here. I need to get to, nope. Yep. All right, so if we have a pullback, your first area, obviously, is to look at that 67.37 cents. And the only reason I say obviously is it took us since June of 2022 to finally break over this formation. So if we're going to have a back test, my expectation on a back test, if it happens, I'm not saying it has to, but if we do, we would have a zealous push like this, and then we could push up. So I would target this area, that rising channel support now instead of resistance, if we have a breakdown to support. That could alleviate some pressure, much like you've seen boom, 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 and then it could continue up, and then ultimately, that's way up there, but we could come up and finish out this first hit up here at 81.5 cents roughly. But that's, if I was guessing, that would be the logical, to me, retest. It's about 67.1 cent right now. What does everybody think about that if we were to have a retest? Just out of curiosity. There's no wrong answers here, by the way. And this was the breakout formation. So, I don't think we're going to come all the way back and retest that structure, just me personally. I think it behooves us to come down there. That would be too far. So, that's just, that's what I think. That's what I think. I think right here would be the most likely outcome is for it to, if it gets rejected here at 75 cents, I think the most likely outcome would be to come back test this. It's not like it's huge, but it's still, it's a relevant back test. And it's that rising channel resistance. What I'm going to do actually is I need to move this chart because I like that one to be the, nope, actually it's in the right spot now. Okay. No, it's not. It's one down. Because I like it to be in a certain order so that I can just flip back, but I accidentally took it off the watch list. Okay, let's see. Because it's important to me. Nope, it's still not set up right. How did I do that? So that means it's this one? Wow. Look at me. Got so many charts here, it's hard to keep up sometimes. Which means that one's there. Okay. So, yeah. That's what I'm thinking is the likelihood here, is to retest that, if we were to retest. We went very parabolic, or very quick up. So, that's what I think. Whale alert, 100 million... XRP 62.4 million transferred from unknown wallet to unknown wallet. Holy smokes. And look at this consolidation volume. There's not a lot of it. This is a very bullish consolidation. It might not come all the way down there. Like, it really might not consolidate all the way down there. I'm going to show, let's just see how this plays out. Let's just see how this plays out. And then, yeah, that's our resistance level right now. And then with the, this would be the major resistance at 82 cents. So we just got to wait now. We got to play the waiting game. We really have to play the waiting game here. Do we consolidate out or do we consolidate up? To put it in perspective, we've got this resistance and then over the top. And we've got other charts to show this, but just so we have it on this one. And then above that, we've got, it's basically 94 cents. I'm going to do it based on other exchanges too. But that's our swing high that we went to back in July of last year. So that's what we're looking at right now. Do we backtest 67.1 cents? Or do we just continue rallying up? And remember, the other things that I'm looking at right now is VeChain. I'm still waiting for a rally. It's up to 5048, so it is starting to move now. It's up 5.3% now. So that's starting to move, and I anticipate a volatile swing up at some point. Same thing with ZIL, HBAR. I expect it for Flare as well. So my voice is starting to go, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in this live. I greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure if you're not subscribed, you have to hit that subscribe button so you can continue to watch future content. If you're looking to trade XRP, USA or Canada, look at the pinned comments below for BITUNIX, lowest spot, and futures leverage trading fees in the USA. And you don't need a VPN to trade. If you are across the pond, please make sure if you're in like the UK or Australia, you won't be able to use BITUNIX to my knowledge, but there's MEXC. They don't have any spot fees right now, so you actually get to take into a better advantage here for the short term. And they have leverage trading as well, so take advantage of that. That's in the pinned comment below. Both of those are. If you do appreciate my work, hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this live so we can continue to grow this community. And consider sending one YouTube super chat per month or joining Tom's Army, as we've had 4 people during this live, or 3 to 4 join Tom's Army during this very live, which is incredible. Bybit available in Australia. I've never really... Oh, BITUNIX is in the UK as well. Oh, excellent. Okay. There you go. UK, you can use BITUNIX. Excellent. That's good to know. So I'll add the UK to that list as well when I say it. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know that, my friend. And then last thing I just want to show is right now, Algo. For anybody, is there anybody in here who bought Algo on FOMO Fridays with us? We bought it for $75 a week. And we were buying it in this rotation. And once it got over 10 cents, our goal was to stop. We got 7,700 tokens at just under 10 cents. And now it's up to, well, we predicted this because I said before you know it, it'll be up at 30 cents. And now it's up at 30 cents. This pump wasn't retails. The question is, whose was it? Ripple or BlackRock? I know. OSW, that's the other intriguing thing. If it was BlackRock, look out. It's going to be a much bigger one. MG, you go ahead and short XRP. That's all I've seen is like the little train that couldn't out of your comments. We got to have more positivity. You act like it's about to go roll over and die. Some people just don't put stock into when patterns break. This pattern hasn't had a chance to actually hold a break because it's failed since June of 2022. So it's interesting. Interesting, the perception here. But yeah, I'm looking at a very big move out of here. If we could break out of this, Algo is going to target 52 cents. Imagine having a 5.2x here just at 52 cents. This could literally be our biggest bag by the end of this, even at just 7,700 tokens. We bought it at under 10 cents, and this was up at like $2.80 before. That's a 28 bagger by the time it just gets back to its high. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's what I was trying to do with XRP. It just never gave us a chance to come that low. But I love where I have it at 348. That's 3 for a buck. That means every time it goes up $1, think about it in the future terms. At some point, XRP is going to be rolling dollars. So that means every time it goes up $1, we make 300%. So somebody who bought it at $1 to $2, they're going to be happy. They made 100%. We made 300. Somebody who bought it from 2 to 4 is going to be happy. They made 100%. We made 600%. You get what I'm saying here? I finally live up the title of this channel. No. The title, we can't ever live up to it. Otherwise, we can't be future millionaire, and then I have to make a billionaire. See, the title is just for that. It's a dream, but it's also one it's reachable. I don't know if a haircut would be coming soon, because even if it hits $1, and some are probably wondering, I told my audience I wouldn't cut my hair until XRP hit $1. And that was last July, so we're going on, what, 8.5 months right now? And Said I wouldn't cut my goatee, so it's getting pretty long, but I'm all for it. But I said I probably wouldn't cut it until we hit all-time highs. Julie, you're on board, right? She wants me to be like a gremlin. Or what would you call me if I have hair like that?
Huh?
How would I look if I had hair like that?
A lumberjack.
Oh, yeah, lumberjack or something like that. Another question is that was an attempt to shake weak hands as yeah, the 62 when it went from 62, that's why I talked about the 4% drop. Just to proceed with caution because there was the 4% drop. So my proceed with caution was the leverage and then the chance of, hey, you can either buy it at 62 or 58 or 59 depending on where it went. But we knew that that was a shakeout. That's why we talk about shakeouts a lot. But even if it would have went to 53, it was a shakeout. We were built up pressure. This was coming one way or the other. So, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at, folks. And somebody said HBAR. They missed it before. HBAR, I still feel like is about HBAR's on the cusp of a breakout as well. I know it's up 5.2%, but it's continuing to move up. But it looks like it's trying to push out. If it can break out of this resistance at 13.37, we have a target up here at 15 cents next layer. But it's a much wider target. At some point, we're coming up to 20 cents. We're coming up to 20 cents, and it could be a quick shot. You could have a quick shot where you see in a matter of a day or two, it's up 35, 40%. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm banking on it here. This is trading view. This is trading view. Now, your chart isn't going to look like mine. It doesn't look like this when you first get it. Not that I paid anything, but you got to understand a little more to make it look like mine, especially with the candle bodies themselves. The first thing you're going to do if you have trading view, switch it from the traditional to Heikin-Ashi, period. Don't even ask questions. Just do it. Go to candles. Don't even need to go to candles. Up here, Heikin-Ashi with the candles. I like candles, but you have to switch it to Heikin-Ashi. See how I start it? Candles and Heikin-Ashi. That's it. Yeah, I don't like the bars, the other crap. I like to know the wicks. So just make sure you do that. So, but yeah, that's it, everybody. That's it. Thank you all so much. Have a blessed night. Hopefully everything's going great so far. It's been an honor and a privilege to do this live. And thank you all so much. Thank you. Some are saying a legend. That's awesome. That is awesome. Tom needs braids like Nispe Hustle. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Thank you all so much. Have a good one. Oh, yeah. Yes, Jordan said, yes, I forgot. If you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments below. Thank you, Jordan, for reminding us on the way out. Thank you, everybody.